So today we'll be deploying two websites on GCP cloud platform, that's Google's cloud platform, using Docker containers. Each of the websites will be on two different Docker containers. One will be on a HTTPD web server, and the other will be on an Nginx web server. So here we go. You go to cloud.google.com. What else? You go to your console. If you've not created an account, just watch a video online on how to create. You can either go to Compute Engine, or you come here, Compute Engine, and go to Virtual Instances, right? So I'll come here, create an instance. What do I call it? My Docker. Oh, where is it? Where are you? What's happening? Let me refresh. I'm supposed to be able to edit that, but I don't know why it's proving stubborn. All right. What is happening? So let me come down here, pick my favorite region. All right. Yeah, E2. Machine type E2 micro. Can I change the name? All right. My Docker. Then you come down here. If you like Ubuntu, select. I think that's all. I want to be able to access it using HTTP. So we have to wait for it to initialize. So basically we are creating our virtual instance. In AWS they call it EC2. Elastic Compute Cloud, I think that's what it means. But here it is called a virtual instance. Virtual machine instance, right? So because we'll be creating two websites, we want to have at least two ports. We already have port 80. As you can see, I already have port 81, 8080, and 8081. So I have 3 ports. I can actually deploy 3 websites on this instance I'm about to create and expose them on those ports. You will not have 80 and 81, you will have to create it. So what you have to do is to create a firewall rule, put the name here, you don't have to put description, leave this as off, come here, leave that. Ingress allow, fine. Target, you put all instances, right? Then you come to target tag, let me put all instances. IP4, here you put 000.0/0. That's all you put. You come here, you put TCP, then you put 8080. Then you can come back to the whole process again and put 8081. It will all work. But I don't have to create them because I already have what's it called? Those ports. So the next thing you want to do after setting your firewall rules is to come to SSH here. This takes a while, about 20 or 30 seconds. So you just have to be patient. Authorize. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is to update, right? Sudo apt update my EC2 for me. Now that the update is done, the next thing you to do is to install dependencies for Docker. Now, the next set of codes I'll be using are quite long, and I won't be typing them, I will be copying them. All right, so I get it from here. So that code will install dependencies for Docker. Yes. And the next code will be importing Docker GPG key, and that is the code right here. That is done. While the next code will be adding the Docker repository to my package resources, and that's that. All right, is that all? All right, now that I've done that, I will update my package manager. Again, I've used that code before, and that is it. Sudo apt update. My package manager is updated again. Now it's time to install Docker. Here it is, docker.io. You get it and you use it. So Docker has been installed. Yes. After that, you want to check for the status of Docker, and this is the one you use to do that. Docker is still installing. 94%. All right, check for the status of Docker, and that does it. It's telling you that you started your Docker application container engine. All right, yeah, Control C will come out of it. And the next, you add the current user to the Docker group. A Docker group is a group that comes with the installation. Any user that is added to it becomes an admin, so you don't have to keep writing sudo to all your codes. And this is the command you use to do that. And as soon as that is done, the next command is to switch to that group. Instead of using the user now, we're switching to the group, and the command for doing that is new group Docker. Another way to do this is to just exit and come back. All right, just type exit, then SSH back. By pressing this button, you come back. All right. So that's another way of doing it. Now, to be sure that our installation works, we can do Docker version. So that's our version of Docker 24.0.2. All right. The other thing you want to do is to check what running containers do you have. You should have none because you've not created any. We'll be working with HTTPD and we'll be working with Nginx. So what you want to do is to pull them. Docker pull HTTPD. So that's that. The next thing you want to pull is Docker pull Nginx. These are images. They are the web server images that you will use to host your website. So the first one will be used to host my counter website that I built, and the second one will be used to host my portfolio website. So to see the images, you can write Docker images. So those are the two images. So the next thing to do is to clone our application that we want to deploy. When I say application, I mean website, and from GitHub. Now this is the link to the application. Git clone that. So press your enter. It has been cloned. If you press ls, that's it. But if you have issues cloning, sometimes you just have to add the sudo at the back. Sudo, you just have to do that, right? So that's that. Now we have a counter app. I'll quickly clone my portfolio website as well. All right, now I just cloned my portfolio website. Now I have two projects there to deploy. So where do we go? Where do we go from here? This is the code to run the first one. I'll explain this code to you now. But before I explain, let's just be sure it runs. All right, port 8080. Let's go to port 8080. We'll come here. This is the code. You come here, you copy it. Sometimes you have to copy, open a new tab, paste, remove this S because you don't have any security certificate. If you don't remove it, it will keep blocking you. Let's see. Oh, it's port 8080. So semicolon 8080. All right, that's our counter app. It works. It works. So this app is available to anyone in the world. With this link, you can view this app. Right? I use this app for working out. If I do some exercises, I count it, I save, so that I don't count it with my own mind. Save, and so basically save and I reset. All right. So that's that. Now I'll have to explain the code. Where's the code? All right. We are hosting this on HTTPD, the image we downloaded, and we are saying Docker run this image for me, but give it a name of HTTPD. So if we do Docker PS, you see the name of the container is HTTPD because we called it, that's it, Docker PS. The image is HTTPD, but the name is also HTTPD because we gave it a name of HTTPD, right? And we're exposing the port at 8080, which is why it did not show until we put that 8080 over there. And -v is saying -v means volume, and what it does is that it is attaching project, which is the counter, to the what's it called now, the container. It's attaching it to the container so that it can be deployed. So basically that's what it's doing. The other project we have here, the portfolio website, we are deploying this on the Nginx image. The same explanation goes for this, and we are doing that on 8081. We can do it on 8080. It doesn't have to be 8081. So if we come here, copy this, paste here, but change that 8080 to 8081. My portfolio website is here. We have our counter app on port 8080. We have our portfolio on port 8081. Yeah, we do, and both run. So if this video was helpful, please subscribe. Thanks.